Guys, Brad Donelan here. Just going to look at some of the methods against spin bowlers. Okay, the attacking options you can use against spin bowlers. I've got a ball down there on a length. Imagine I'm facing an off spinner. Okay, I've got my stance. They're bowling that line and length, a really awkward line and length, particularly if you come into first of all to play. So it's really, really tricky. Number one is to get the bat out in front of your pad if you're playing with a defensive technique. It's a technique I learnt very early on and was very fortunate to talk to a player called Martin Crowe. He used that technique. He's a fantastic batsman who played for New Zealand, had a fantastic test career, but he taught us when I was on the Lord's ground staff to get the bat out in front of your pad. So he would be looking to play and have the bat slightly out in front of your pad. So his argument was that if he nicked the ball here, it would go down there, and if he nicked the ball here because he's out in front, he'd have a foot or nearly 2 feet further to carry to slip. Okay, and it meant that he took the men away around the bat, the silly point and the short leg. It meant that it took them out of the equation because you were getting a really good weight transfer of getting the bat out in front of the pad. So that's defensively. If we look at attacking the spinner, okay, the number of options. Number one, we've got using our feet as a potential option, and that's you hitting the ball on the ground, or we could go aerial. Number two is to look at a sweep, and that could be a conventional sweep, it could be a paddle sweep, it could be a slog sweep, and obviously this day and age we could do with a reverse sweep, or often they look at switch hitting as well. So that's another option. The other option we look at is to use the depth of the crease to get in here and manipulate the ball in this area, keep that scoreboard ticking, particularly in the subcontinent where the ball's spinning, to try and keep that strike rotation and make sure you're not under pressure being pegged down and being pegged down by the spinner. So they are all potentially your options, and they all do need different methods of training. Okay? And the reason why we're trying to do that with our game plans is to try and really upset the rhythm of the spin bowler. Okay, by me looking at using my feet to a ball, you're hoping then the spinner might think I need to drop my length back. When he drops his length back, that's when I might look to get back, and I look to cut and use the depth of the crease so I can manipulate his length. He's not settling into a length or a rhythm that's putting me under pressure. I'm able to manipulate the ball and score. Okay?